Hey good people, welcome back to Beauty in the Frizz. My name is Kara. It's okay, it's fine. Whether you're new or returning, thank you so much for stopping by and hanging out with me today. So today I'm really excited because I'm gonna be doing 3 looks with the collab between Adept Cosmetics and Heather Austin. So if you wanna see the swatches and 3 looks and just hear my thoughts, keep on watching this video, let me know what you think. And if makeup is your therapy and your love, and if it makes you happy, but you know, you're trying to get right with your collection, Sephora sales going on, and you know, trying to deal with that as well, definitely consider joining the community. I'd love to have you back. All right, let's get started. If you're not familiar, Adept Cosmetics is an indie brand, and they have a few palettes and they have some eyeshadow singles. This is their first collab. So Heather Austin, who is a content creator here on YouTube that I frequently watch, was asked to do a collab with Adept, and I'm really excited for her. So congratulations, Heather. I knew immediately that this was gonna be a palette I would want because I really like Heather Austin's style. I think we have kind of a similar eyeshadow style, but I'll be honest with you, she's one of those people that I feel like can make every palette look good and wantable, if that's a word. Like sometimes I'll be like, I'm not even gonna watch Heather do the video because she's gonna make me want it. There's a few content creators out here like that, and not everyone is, but she's one of them for me. So I'm really happy for her. I think it's cool like to be recognized. Her channel is way bigger than mine, but when I look at the grand scheme of things, and I know she's gonna get there, I see content creators with so much more of a following that have never been asked to do a collab like this. So I'm really, really happy for her. So I wasn't saying like her channel's not big. Her channel is big. So I'm really excited for this collab for her, and I'm excited that it's sold out and it's gonna be restocked. So this is the Heather Austin palette. It is $56, and it is gonna be restocked. You can order it now as a pre-order, and it's gonna ship out in May.
In the back. Can I see in the back?
Sure.
I just want to be here.
You just want to stand there the whole time?
Yeah.
And just...
I don't know why.
Here's the thing. Do you have your sweatshirt? Because it's on the couch and Granddad's about to
give me one.
It's on the couch. It's on the stand here. Anyway, let's go ahead and get into this beautiful palette here. This palette is full of all the chromes, you know, and I knew that she would want duochromes in her palette. So we've got mattes, and we've got, I would say, some multi-chromes and duochromes. Don't get me the line, but the chromes are the chromes, and they are amazing. So let's go ahead and look at this up close and the swatches of this palette as well.
What, are you done?
No. So if you take a look at the palette up close, I just love it. Every shade in here is wearable. And you know what I mean? Like there's not like a bright blend out shade, like one of those almost white shades, those cream shades that I never use. Like there's none of those in this palette. You have the opportunity to do just a wide variety of looks. And this ring light and just the multi-chrome properties of these shadows, I just don't think they're showing in its true form. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut to the swatches. You have anything you wanna say before I cut to the swatches? No? Okay, that's cool.
One thing, my mom has a boyfriend.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna cut to the B-roll footage here.
You want me to get out?
I don't.
Of the video?
I don't want you to get out. I don't. It's not even like that. If you take a look at the swatches, you can just see how beautiful all of the shades are, and just the differences between all of these multi-chrome and duochrome shades. I love the opaqueness of the mattes. And there's just not one thing about this palette that I would change. If you watched Heather Austin's reveal video, she did do swatches on one of her best friends that has a richer skin tone.
I thought that was you.
And you thought it was me?
Yeah.
No, it wasn't me. Maybe one day it'll be me, but it wasn't me that time. The shades just really, really popped on both of them. So I just thought with that and the people who received PR and the look inspo that was there, it was just gonna be an easy purchase for me to make. And I have Adept's other 3 palettes, so it was a yes. It was a yes before I even saw it.
Sonny is looking at your face.
So what we're gonna do right now, is we're gonna go ahead and get into 3 looks with this palette, and then I'll be back at the end to just wrap it up and give you my final thoughts on this beauty. Here we go.
No.
Hey y'all, all right, I'm so excited because it is my first impressions look with our girl Heather Austin's palette. Let's do it. Oh, guess what else? I have been hoarding some brushes for like 2 months. So I'm like, what better palette? What better time than the present to pull out my Sonia G Sky set, y'all? Why? Because I'm a hoarder. Like, I still have my Alice in Wonderland brushes by Spectrum untouched. Hopefully you'll see those soon. I'm excited. When this came, first of all, she shipped this out so fast. I'm sure I probably said that in the intro, so I'm not even gonna go into it, but I was thinking, but it's just beautiful. I mean, I knew it was beautiful, but I don't know. I don't know what I was thinking. But when I saw it, I was like, dee, looking like a fool. All right. Isn't it crazy how eyeshadow can make you feel? Maybe it's just me. I don't know. I mean, which way do we go? There's so many directions. We're gonna go right into the shade Atlas here. Because this, okay, we'll get into it. And I'm gonna take the shade Atlas on a Sonia G Classic Crease Brush. This might be the video that changes my life with these brushes, y'all. I've only used the Niji Pro, so this is also a first time for me using a Sonia G eye brush. Let me zoom in on the moment. I think it's gonna be a moment. And I did not shop that Beautylish sale, so I might be sad. I don't know for next time though, possibly. All right, here we go. Gonna just put this in the transition area, like so. Yes. Using the Urban Decay Primer Potion in the shade Eden. And I'm just tapping this in and just edging it on over. Look at that shade, look at it, look at it. Don't you just love it when the matte's matte? It's a great feeling and a great experience. I'm really into it. I'm into this brush as well. Okay, I like. Now, just because I already know which shimmer I have to use, and I haven't even swatched this palette yet, but I know it is the one I want, is Video Chat, which is this one right here. Y'all, we're gonna use this on a brush. Now, I'm doing this in Heather Austin fashion because I never see her use her fingers. So let's just see how this applies on a brush, y'all. And not just any brush. We're gonna use the Sonia G Soft Shader. Granddad's here. Watch this. Now he's taking prednisone today. So he's really gonna be slow. August, that is. All right, I dipped it into the pan. I'm gonna spray it. Let's just see how this soft shader works. I'm not sure. I love this shade though. This is like one of my favorite like duochrome type shades. I just used a shade like this in, not just like this, but a similar shade in my Notoriously Morbid Pretty Poison palette look, the first look. And this reminds me of one of the Twin Flames that I have by Danessa Myricks. This is just such a great color. It's gorgeous. So I'm gonna do this side with the brush. I'm just so used to using my fingers for this. So I'm gonna do the other side with a finger. And I did spray this, but that is a beautiful shade. Let's try it with a finger. Finger is my preferred method of application. Yeah, see, I just feel like it's so much easier with the finger, and I didn't spray it this time. Why change up a good thing? Oh, I love this. I love it. Hey, oh, did you take that medicine yet? All right. Okay, we're gonna go into Magnolia here, which is a matte green. I'm gonna take that on a BK Beauty 503 brush. Granddad's here, if you hear him in the background. Oh, I know. He's talking about Will Smith and the Oscars. I'm liking this. I like these two colors together. I think I want to continue with Magnolia under the lower lash line. I'm gonna use the soft shader brush again for that. Say hi. Did you finish that prednisone? Because that's very important and helpful for your lungs. We need a little more video chat. I just need a little bit more of that. So pretty. There. It's more accurate. Let's see, we need an inner corner highlight. I love the shade Smith, but I'm not gonna use that. So Excited looks good. Oh no, Passport. I'm gonna take the shade Passport for the inner corner highlight, and I'm gonna use a Bristles Beauty EO5PS brush. It's a really long name. And I'm gonna just tap Passport in the inner corner. Just give us a little sparkle and shine. Oh, I love it. Now this shade is a little flaky. You could benefit from spraying it or not. I did not, just because I'm just using it right here. All right, there's our little first impressions look.
Why do you have tea in your room?
Why do I have tea in my room? Because I like tea. It tastes good. It's delicious. I'm gonna finish this off camera and I'll be back to tell you what else I put on and how I feel about this. All right, you guys, okay? Back with the final look. I love it. I love it. Not that way, this way. Oh my goodness, y'all. Is it just me? Am I exaggerating? I don't think I am. I love it. Please respect my privacy at this time. Okay, let me calm down. To finish up the eye look, I did a coat on I lined my top and bottom lashes with the Charlotte Tilbury Green Lights Matte liner. So the Sephora sale is going on. I got these for like 25% off. These are so good. I have 4 of them, you know, the different colors, and I want to get the last one, the black one with the nude metallic. These are like the best. So this is like a forest green matte liner, and I just love how it picked up the green in the palette. And I wanted to do a thin coat on the top just because I feel like it does give my lashes a little more definition. I put them like in the lashes. It's almost like tight lining. I mean, it's really, really, really thin. But I love how this turned out. Blush today is Raw Honey by Melt. This is their Digital Dust Duo Blush, whatever it's called. Digital Dust Duo. Oh, I was right. Digital Dust Duo Blush. This is an oldie but goodie. I have on my Bad Gal Bang mascara that I need to put in the trash because it's officially, I think, a little drier than I'd like it to be. And I'm not letting this out of my sight anymore because this is the second time I've lost it and I found it yesterday. This is my Victoria Beckham lipstick in the shade Jump. I just need to order another one. Not necessarily this shade, but I love this. Like, And then I lined my lips with the Lip Definer 3, shade 3. I love this. I mean, I knew I was gonna love it. So the color story is just, it speaks my language, but I am a sucker for orange eyeshadow, and an orange duochrome is even better. I absolutely love those fiery type shades, and orange and green go so well together. I just knew that green would be the perfect smoke shade. I think these paired really nicely together. So I'm gonna, go to work and get y'all into another look. All right, you guys, I'm here to do another look with the Heather Austin palette. So today is Wednesday and we have Unity Day. So see that? It's like in a world where you can be, sorry, that's not what it says. I'm making stuff up. Together, we can create a world without bullying. I was about to say in a world where you can be anything, be kind. That's a good message as well. So, that's all I got here. Okay, so we wear orange for Unity Day. Marky has on orange because he's in my school system. August has on his uniform. We're gonna jump right into this look because, as usual, time is of the essence. So I think I'm gonna start today with the shade PaO2. And I'm gonna use that in the transition. I'm gonna take PaO2 on a Dose of Colors fluffy brush. What's on the plan today? Well, this morning I also wanted to try to, film my Sephora wish list, but it looks like I'm gonna have to film that as well as my BYOP palette video tonight. And it will happen. Don't ask me how, but it will. It will all happen. So now Wednesdays are usually my days to wash clothes. And I usually give the boys a DiGiorno for dinner. That's what I usually do on Wednesdays. Wash Wednesdays. I feel like this shade is catching a little bit on my primer, so I'm just gonna work with it a little bit. But that's not the shade, that's the primer, but it's blending out fine as a transition. At first I was thinking it was gonna be a little dark, but it's good. So update on the Vive brushes. I talked in my video yesterday about how the whole set is $330. They look really good though. They look like really good brushes. The brushes are available. I thought I had to sign up for something and they were gonna send me a link on the 5th, but no, you have to click on, if you go to their London pop-up shop, you have to click on, it's like a picture of all of the Vive muses or whatever, and it looks like what do you call it, like vintage photos with the white border. Hopefully this is helpful for anybody who really wants these brushes, like me kind of. Anyway, when you do that, it takes you to the brushes. So you can't buy all of them right now. You can buy the Edit, which is 5 brushes for $130, or you can buy the brushes individually. I'm into it. Okay, so that's what I wanted to share about the Vive brushes. Y'all know I'll be talking about all kinds of stuff. Now, by the time this video goes up, it doesn't even matter, truth be told, because the brushes are only on sale for 24 hours. But it's a whole bunch of brouhaha. Like, why does it have to be a secret? It's about to be such a secret that you weren't gonna get my money. Still might not. Anyway, this is a nice shade. Okay, PaO2. And I believe this has something to do, the name of the shade has something to do with Heather's career as a respiratory therapist. So I'll have to look that up, PaO2. I know she did some shades in here for her healthcare professionals. Yeah, me thinking like, if I were to ever one day be blessed with like a palette collab, what my shade names be? I have so many ideas for shade names. It would be pretty much all my little ad libs. Like, oh my God. I just have so many ideas. We would need like, how many shades would we need? We would need like a good 15 shades. 12, we could do 12. I got about 12 catchphrases, I'm certain. I need to start writing them down. I love how this shade blended out. Let me get back on track here. This shade really blended out well. I like it a lot because at first I thought it was catching on the primer and making it a tad bit patchy, but like I said, that was the primer, not the shade at all. But this shade is gorgeous. Yes, it is. What a predicament. Let's see what we're gonna do. Let's go with So Excited. Okay, we're gonna take So Excited, which is this one here, and it's a bit of a, ooh, look at that. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that. Gonna go ahead with So Excited, and I'm just going to, let me turn this exposure down just a tad. I think that might be a little more accurate. Okay. Oh yes, So Excited. I am so excited to use this shade. And it's so funny. You know what's so funny? Not funny, but you know what's like, what I love about this? I had the orange look on in the February roundup video, and one of my friends in the chat, K Bella Beauty, she's like, that has to be the Heather Austin palette. Like, anytime somebody can tell what your eye look is, that's dope. All right, so we took So Excited here on kind of this front portion of the lid, and now I definitely want to go into scrubs. Now, hold on. You see it there? Look at that. That is so deceptive, and I love it. The deception. I'm just into it. Also on my, come on. I just love when eyeshadow brings the excitement. Like this, y'all, come on. Stop the madness. Kind of should have put this on the outer corner just for the depth. But that's okay. That's okay. We are gonna do something. We are doing big things with this palette. The shift is evident. Come on now. Oh, this is great. Now I can already tell you, I think I like this look better than the first one, even though in the first one, video chat, so good, so good. You know, video chat would have looked bomb with this PaO2 shades. It would be these two together. Come on, just let's all stop playing games. Oh, this is just fantastic. This is fantastic. Let me get a little more of that So Excited back here. It's a little merger situation here. I'm gonna go back into PaO2 and, oops, let me not mix it. We're still gonna use Mythology in this look. So don't fret, my pets, we are gonna use it. So I'm just gonna give us just a little more depth here. Cause look what that shade does. Like, you can diffuse it or you can pack it on for the punch. Oh, I am all for this. Now I'm gonna go back and clean that up at the end, but I'm just like getting that shade laid down and then we'll put it where we want it. I am going to take just a fluffy brush by Ig Show and just go ahead and see if we can diffuse this out just a taste. Same thing on the other side. I don't know if y'all can tell, but lately, like when I'm up to my little antics with eyeshadow and phrases and catchphrases, the joy of the eyeshadow has returned. It has returned. Look at this look. Look at it. I can. Okay, so these are my plans for the lower lash line. We are gonna go into these two shades, and probably on my next look, I'm probably gonna go in these two shades again, but I'll probably use those two shades on the top of the lid. But anyway, that's for another time or tomorrow. We are gonna go ahead and go into the shade Smith first. Now I am gonna be taking Smith on this, what is this? A BH Cosmetics pencil brush. We're gonna go ahead and put Smith like under here, and then for the rest of it, we're gonna use Mythology. Let's see how this pans out. I do think I wanna spray this just because, okay, let me get it. So I just have my Charlotte Tilbury setting spray, and we're gonna just spray a little char there. I'm gonna try to be a bit careful here with the application. And that's where I'm gonna stop it. And it is my goal throughout this video to make sure that you see all of the shades in action, because I think that's so important, you know, when it comes to deciding whether or not you want something. I do know there's a pre-order up. Just trying to get this up as soon as possible, but it's gonna be Friday when you see this. I am for sure. So I have my BYOP, which I'll link. Sephora wish list, which hopefully went up. Yes, yes. Look how deep it is right there. It's like a deep green right there. Do y'all see it? Oh, honey, this is too much. We're gonna now go into Mythology using an Ig Show pencil brush that needs to be cleaned. And I'm just going to finish off the lower lash line with that. Yeah, I thought it would have been cool to put this on the outer corner, but I just think it would have started to lean like maybe like a brown color, and that's not really what I wanted. So this is good. Yeah. Oh. What's that? Well, I was thinking about wearing orange lipstick for Unity Day, but so much for that, because that's not gonna happen with this. So here's the look, you guys. The only thing we're missing is an inner corner. Oh, wait. And let's go into a shade we haven't used yet. I don't think we used the shade Austin, but shoot, maybe we did. Maybe we did. No, I think I went into Passport for the inner corner yesterday. So we're gonna go ahead and use Austin today. And this is a Morphe lip brush that I'm gonna go ahead and enjoy for this inner corner. And I'm gonna spray this as well. It's a little flaky, so you know, spraying it's gonna really benefit you. And so it stays. I might have used this shade yesterday. I don't remember. This is a great inner corner shade. It's a great lid shade. But again, yeah, be careful with this one. If you don't spray it, be careful. Yeah, that's really nice. Really nice. I'm looking shiny today. That's the look. Ooh, I think I know what lip I'm gonna go with. Something nude. Let me show this to you one more time. Let me know what you think about that. I already like this one. I think so far out of the two, this is my favorite, but I really like the last look as well. As per usual, I'm gonna finish this off, and I'll be right back to let you know what else I did for this look. All right, you guys, so here is the final look. Yes, it is. Absolutely. I don't like how my voice is sounding scratchy. That's not a good sign. Let me tell you what else I did with this look. So to finish off the eyes, I used this ColourPop mascara. It is a plum shade, almost brown, plum. And then for mascara, I used two. I have on the 5D Lash Pal by Makeup Revolution on the top in black, and my ColourPop Act Natural mascara in brown on the lower lashes. Just didn't want them to stand out too much today. For blush, I pulled out an oldie but goodie. This is At Night by Hourglass, and I just love the little ambient finish that it gives you on the skin. It is, you know, a red leaning blush, and I really love the tone of this one. I would love to know, I think this one is a really good one that would fit a lot of skin tones. Again, I have purchased this one over a year ago. This one and Sublime Flush are two of my all-time favorite blushes. And then for lips, okay, now I feel like I'm about to add one of these to cart again. I fell in love with the Charlotte Tilbury Hyaluronic Lipstick Lip Balm. I don't know how long these have been out, but you know, these are all the rage now. But I wanna say at the last Beautylish, at the last Beautylish sale, I got this with the face palette. I got this $8.15, kids come in at $8.25. So this is it. I love this shade. This is called Happy Petal. I need to have a job so I can afford to do this as a hobby. So I'm gonna go. Love this look. If we're ranking, this one's number one, and we got one more coming, so let's get into that now. All right, you guys, so I do hope that you enjoyed those first two looks, and now we're gonna get into the last and final look, and then we're gonna wrap it up. So I know with this look,
It's done.
it looks great. I know with this look in particular, I want to start off with the shade Mythology, which is the yellow matte shade here. And he's gonna fall, baby. I'm gonna get a brush. Well, of course I am. I'm gonna enjoy the shade Mythology on this Glam Light Fluffy brush. I forgot my ears. That's all right.
What ear?
The ears I usually wear.
The other one?
No, those ones right there with the puzzle pieces. Oh, God. August just left for school. All right, so I'm taking Mythology on the Glam Light Fluffy brush, and I'm just gonna go ahead and put that in the transition area today. All right, and you can see that just blended out beautifully. I'm gonna go right into the shade Smith here. Going a little monochromatic for a bit. I love this shade. This is probably one of my favorite shades in the palette. I love that shift that's in there. You can see that kind of yellow to green shift there. I think I want to go into PaO2 for the outer corner. Let's just see. I'm using the same Glam Light Fluffy brush. Let's just see what happens if we tap this in. Don't want this to get muddy, but I definitely love a deeper outer corner. So I'm just gonna go into the crease with it and see how these two shades blend together. Yeah, that's gonna come together. So I'm not gonna put too much because I just wanna deepen it just a little bit, something like that. And I'll come back and clean that up at the end. I'm gonna use the Bristles Beauty EO3 DM brush, and I'm just gonna use that to blend the PaO2 and the Mythology shade just a little bit more. As you can see, it's deeper, but I still wanted that Mythology shade to kind of be the star. I didn't want it to be too smoky. All right, I think I'm happy with this. Now I want to go into the lower lash line, and I think I am gonna go into Magnolia for that. I'm gonna use Magnolia on a Rephr 02 brush, and I'm just gonna kind of stamp this under my lower lashes. I love the under eye in this look. All right, now I'll clean that up there. We're gonna get ready for an inner corner. Oh, wait. So let's see. I don't know how would that look in the inner corner. I don't know how video chat will look, but let's see how that will look in the inner corner. I'm not certain. We're just gonna test it out. If not, I'll just pop something else on top. And I'm taking the shade Video Chat on a Rephr 23 brush. I'm covering up a little of that green because I just was doing too much with that. Okay, I changed my mind. So Video Chat, let me just put some Video Chat in the front. Let's do that. And then we'll take another shade for the inner corner highlight. I mean, like, Video Chat is one of the best shades in the palette, so I want to use it as much as I can. I want to take it under here too, and then I'm going to take another shade for the inner corner highlight. Let's do that. So I'm putting it there, but I am going to pop something else on top. And these shades really go nicely together, like the Video Chat with Smith and Mythology with this green. I love this. All right, I like it. I'm down for this. Okay, so let's go into So Excited. I might have used So Excited already, but that's okay. I'm gonna do So Excited for the inner corner pop. So let's see what that looks like over top of Video Chat. God, it gives it a little sparkle. Do we need something brighter? Maybe we need something a little brighter. What do we think? Let's go back to, do we want to do Austin or Passport? Let's check Passport out. Let's see. I just wanted to pop a little more. You know, it all comes together in the end. Yeah, let's do that. So here is the last and final look. Let me know what you think about this one. Okay, all right, you guys, I am gonna finish this look up and I'll be back to wrap up the video. All right, friends, I am back with the final look. I did turn the lights up just a little bit. It's so dreary here today, so I don't have like the best light coming in, but let's go ahead and look at this one. So you guys, let me tell you what I did to finish off the look. On my eyes, I used I don't know why I act like I don't know the names. I used the Green Lights Charlotte Tilbury double-ended eyeliner. I actually I wanted to use the metallic, but I ended up going with the matte. But just so you know, that's the metallic shade, in case you're shopping the Sephora sale, because I love these. And there's the matte. So I just lined my lower and upper lashes with the matte. I also used the Bad Gal Bang mascara. I keep trying to decide whether or not this is done, but I think it is because I have to keep going over and over and over. And I think it may be starting to dry out, so I'm gonna put it in my empties trash can. Yes, okay. Get pumped about stuff like that these days. For blush, I am using the Blush Comet by Chanel. And the shade is Coral Etoile. Don't get me started, y'all. And there it is. I don't have it on very heavily. As for the lips, to finish this look, I'm using my tried and true Velvet Affair pencil by Lisa Eldridge, and that's the shade Affair. I keep saying Velvet Affair. Velvet Affair is the lipstick, but the liner is Affair. And then for the lipstick, I'm actually using the shade Velvet Intrigue. So that's what it looks like. This is like her lightest shade, but I feel like with the deeper pencil, it takes on a bit of a different tone, and I like how that looks on my lips. But there is the lipstick up close. All right, y'all, so final thoughts about these looks and this palette. I really liked all three looks. My favorite look may have been look number 2, but I really like all three looks, and I like how different they were. Now, this is probably presumptuous, but I can see a lot of people having this palette on their favorites list for 2022. I can definitely see that. I know it's only April, but it just was such a well-designed palette. The colors that were chosen, I just think were fantastic. And I like that in this palette by Adept, we have 4 matte shades, because in Ninhydrin and Kodan, I believe there were only 2, which wasn't really too much of an issue with Kodan because I think there was only 8 shades in that palette, and that one is not even available anymore. But I'm just, you know, thinking about the past palettes that I have from Adept. Plain Jane was all shimmers, and the remastered one is as well. So like those types of palettes are companion palettes for me, and Ninhydrin I can use on its own, and I do like the 2 mattes that are there. But I just like the matte to shimmer ratio in this palette, because I just think it, for me, that's what takes the look in a different direction, because I usually start with a matte shade. So that's kind of what drives it for me. And just the fact that one of the mattes wasn't a matte that's unusable is another plus to this palette, because she could have made this one like a light one or like a blend out shade or something like that. And I think if you're buying from Adept, you know about a lot of brands and you know about a lot of indie makeup, and the last thing you probably need in your arsenal is a blend out shade. You know what I mean? And she didn't say that, but I like that shade's not there, because a lot of times what I end up doing is taking them out. Every shade in here is usable. I think the colors that she chose were inclusive, and I just love that. And I love that she showed that so that everybody could see or envision the palette on themselves. So all in all, this was great. The other thing that I did not mention, I've never had an issue with Adept packaging or anything like that, but I will say this is the first time I've gotten a box like this. I honestly, as fast as this palette came, because this palette came so fast, I was like, did I accidentally get PR? Because I ordered it on like a Friday and it was there about like Monday. I was like, this me. I know they didn't. But when I saw this box with the little note and everything like that, I just was like, this is a different type of packaging. So they definitely upped that. And I did not read what she wrote. And let me do that because my kids will be in my classroom in 10 minutes. She says, this collaboration has been a dream come true. I hope this palette makes you as happy as it makes me. Thank you for your love and support, Adept Cosmetics and Heather. So I just wanted to read that. Congratulations, Heather. I got to get ready to go, but those are my final thoughts. It's perfect. There's nothing about the palette that I would change. No shades, nothing. Performance was very consistent with Adept Cosmetics and their previous palettes, and I think it overall is a win-win. I'm glad it's being restocked. I love the little, you know, faux leather packaging. I think it's everything. So yes, Heather, great job. Great job. All right, y'all, I'm out of here. Thank you so much for taking out some of your time and hanging out with me today. I hope that this was therapy for you, because it always is for me. So until I see you again, make sure you are being gentle with yourself. Talk to yourself nice, stay safe, and I will see y'all really soon. Bye.